From the Top Moon Party, it's 6 p.m. Hello and welcome to the news broadcast on Grace 95.5 FM, Lokoja, Nigeria. First, the top stories. Falana sues NRC. AGF seeks stoppage of train services on Abuja Kaduna route. And on the foreign scene, Russia stops gas supply to Finland amid NATO membership bid. Details on more coming shortly. Thanks for joining us. I am Adesoji Additional with the news in details. Don't forget to stream this news live on our website on grace955fm.com. And now, the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari has paid a condolence visit to the new president of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on the passing of his predecessor, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. During the visit, President Buhari expressed his condolences and that of Nigeria to Sheikh Mohammed and congratulated him on his election as president. He assured the new UAE leader of his determination to do more to ensure the growth of the strategic partnership between Nigeria and the Asian country. President Buhari also hopes that under Sheikh Mohammed, the two countries will continue to actively champion a vision of sustainable security, strengthen counter-terrorism cooperation, facilitate trade and investment, and promote prosperity and development. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Mr. Garba Shehu, said in a statement on Saturday that in the 7 years of the Buhari administration, the two countries have actively conducted bilateral dialogues. Human rights lawyer and a senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, on Friday filed a lawsuit at the Federal High Court in Abuja seeking to stop the Nigerian Railway Corporation from resuming train services on the Abuja-Kaduna route until the railway lines are adequately protected from attacks by bandits and terrorists. Also joined in the suit is another human rights lawyer, Marshal Abubakar. Both activists filed the suit on Friday ahead of the now botched planned resumption of train services on the Abuja-Kaduna route on Monday, March 28. The suit against the NRC, the Minister of Transportation, and the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation declared that the respondents on the matter are bound to secure the railway lines linking Kaduna State to Abuja and indeed all other railway lines in Nigeria against armed attacks by Boko Haram terrorists, kidnappers, and other armed groups before the recommencement of railway transportation services. The lawsuit relied on Section 33 of the 1994 Constitution and Article 4 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights Act, CAP A9, laws of the Federation of Nigeria, which guarantees that every person living in Nigeria is entitled to the protection of their fundamental right to life. In the same vein, the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) on Friday suspended the resumption of train services on the Abuja-Kaduna route amid pressure from families of victims abducted by terrorists. Gunmen had on March 28 used explosives to kill 9 passengers and injured others while kidnapping about 50 victims. The NRC suspended operations on the route indefinitely. However, the corporation announced earlier in the week that it will resume services on May 23rd, a situation that did not augur well with the victims' families who threatened to disrupt operations. But in a statement issued by NRC spokesman Yakub Mahmoud, the agency said a new date would be announced soonest. While apologizing for the delay in the resumption of the train services, Mahmoud assured the distressed families that it was working hard to secure the victims' release. And away from that, the only 4 states left to fully domesticate the Violence Against Persons Prohibition VAP law and advocacy pushing for an assent to the VAP Act earlier passed into law by the Kogi State House of Assembly has commenced with the inauguration of a steering committee to drive the process. At an event put together by a non governmental organization, members of the steering committee, drawn from the media, civil society organizations, representatives of government, and faith based organizations were saddled with the task of ensuring the bill is signed into law by Governor Yahaya Bello. During its maiden meeting held on Friday, members of the steering committee, led by its interim chairman, Mr. Abu Michael, agreed on a number of strategies it would deploy in prevailing on the state government to assent to the bill. Parts of the strategies include Media Day of Action, where it intends to explore media platforms as well as engage with key stakeholders towards seeing to the signing and gazetting of the Kogi State Violence Against Persons Prohibition VAP bill. Members of the committee expressed optimism that the bill would attract speedy attention from Governor Bello in view of its objectives of safeguarding the citizens against violence of any kind, and also considering the governor's passion for issues of safety, rights, dignity, and security of Kogi people. Moving on. The governor of Sokoto State and presidential aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, Aminu Tambuwal, on Friday said that the insecurity in the southeast was as a result of the exclusion of the people of the zone from the regime of the President Muhammadu Buhari. The governor, who spoke when he consulted the Imo State chapter of the PDP on his presidential aspirations, said that his presidency, if elected, would quench insecurity in the zone by incorporating them into his administration. According to him, the people of the zone feel cheated that Buhari left them in the scheme of things in his regime. A former governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, said that Tambuwal was the right person to lead the country after Buhari. Now on to corruption matters. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has released the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mrs. Patricia Ete, who it arrested over an allegation of fraud. Spokesperson of the EFCC, Mr. Wilson Wujaren, announced her release in a statement on Saturday. Mrs. Ete was released on Friday, 3 days after her arrest, upon fulfilling bail conditions offered by her investigators working on her matter, the statement said. The former speaker was arrested and detained by the commission on Tuesday on suspicion of shady financial involvement with Phil Gin Projects Limited. She was elected Speaker in 2007 but resigned only after a few months amid allegations of financial misappropriations. And now onto security matters. The Lagos State Task Force has arrested 16 persons for obstructing the operation of the team in the Iyana area of the state. This is according to the task force chairman Shola Jejeluyi, who said the operatives were in the area to enforce the removal of illegal parking which causes heavy traffic along the corridor. He told newsmen that the team was met with strict resistance while the windscreen of the operational vehicle were smashed by the drivers. Jejeluyi added that those arrested have also been charged to court following the incident. You're listening to Grace 95.5 FM News. Still to come, foreign and sports news. Details after the break. Please do stay tuned. Welcome back. Glad to know you're still there with us. On the foreign scene, Russia on Saturday stopped providing natural gas to neighboring Finland, which has angered Moscow by applying for NATO membership after the Nordic country refused to pay suppliers Gazprom in rubles. Following Russia's February 24th invasion of Ukraine, Moscow has asked clients from unfriendly countries, including EU member states, to pay for gas in rubles, a way to sidestep Western financial sanctions against its central bank. Gazprom said in a statement Saturday that it had completely stopped gas deliveries as it had not received rubles payment from Finland's state owned energy company Gazprom by the end of the working day of May 20. Gazprom said it had supplied 1.49 billion cubic meters of natural gas to Finland in 2021, equal to about two-thirds of the country's gas consumption. However, natural gas accounts for around 8% of Finland's energy. And finally, the world of sports. Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has won the Italian Serie A Most Valuable Player (MVP) for the under-23 footballers. The Napoli hitman beat Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic and AC Milan's Rafael Leao to the prize, which was announced on Friday evening. Osimhen, 23 years of age, was out for 2 months due to a facial injury, but managed 14 league goals in 26 games for Napoli, who are set to finish the season under review in third spot. 4 out of his 18 goals in 31 games in all competitions were scored in Napoli's Europa League campaign. The Nigerian's future has been a subject of rife speculations for months. Reports are linking him away from the Italian side, whom he joined in 2020 for a club and African record fee of 81.3 million euros. To end Grace 95.5 FM News, a quick look at our top stories. We told you that President Muhammadu Buhari has paid a condolence visit to the new president of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on the passing of his predecessor, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. We also brought you notice that human rights lawyer and a senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, on Friday filed a lawsuit at the Federal High Court in Abuja seeking to stop the Nigerian Railway Corporation from resuming train services on the Abuja Kaduna route until the railway lines are adequately protected from attacks by bandits and terrorists. And on the foreign scene, Russia on Saturday stopped providing natural gas to neighboring Finland, which has angered Moscow by applying for NATO membership after the Nordic country refused to pay supplier Gazprom in rubles. Always remember, every day is a better day if you think positively about your country. On behalf of the duty editors, Emmanuel Ochidi and Olatunde Odimayo, many thanks for listening. I am Adisoji Additional. Good evening.